Hello, hello. Welcome to a session of me playing some PLO. It's currently Friday night. Decided to fire up another small session, already a session today. And just to see how it goes, I just started. And yeah, I'll take you through my thought process here. See how it goes here. Can go either way with better check against a weaker player. I would say check is more standard, I would say. Definitely can also bet for value. He seems to be pretty passive. Bet size, hand strength, well, I guess we okay. Leave here, it's gonna raise this one small. Maybe he's got one pair and maybe he can improve to a better pair. Here I was gonna ship this one, and then here queen 8 8 6 probably a. So on the top right, I'm just gonna bet it. I'm just gonna bet it hot, and targeting like maybe a crank off from one pair from a weaker player, or maybe if he hits two pair, he can call. It's king 7. This guy's a nit, but he's a good post flop, so good to steal his blinds. Queen jack does 5. I believe that's an open. And here's also an open, double suited. So labels, green is fish, dark green is like a passive fish, and the other one is unknown. This is purple is like a crazy player, red is like standard regular, this color here, pink I guess, is a tricky regular. Yellow is loose aggressive, and orange is loose aggressive but like a good player, like a regular. Light blue is nit, dark blue is like kind of loose regular, loose passive. You know, guys that usually are called a bit too wide and raise a little bit too little, stuff like this. Here I'm gonna ISO this against Mr. Zvonek. Okay. And a 3-bet here. See what happens. Too bad he didn't call. I'm just gonna flat here. See what develops. I think this board always checks, I believe. Queen jack 10. This is a great board for the 3-better. I think just I don't have, to be honest, I don't have I don't know any, I haven't studied this spot too much, so usually my main play is just to check raise if I have like a vulnerable hand, or I have a semi bluff or something like this. I'm just gonna go for the check raise. And then I don't have any like, unless I see a very obvious spot that check calls, I'm gonna just get the money in. He calls after some deliberation. He's got the aces with the jack blocker, so it's pretty standard, I would say. He wants to run it twice, fine. See what happens. He wins the first one, and I win the second one. All right, perfect. Here, queen 7. Is it close with a weaker player here? I think I'm just gonna let this one go actually. It's out of position, so a bit tricky to play. Okay, against this board I think we are checking over most over pairs here. No, we don't have any board presence or anything there. We're just gonna fold to a small bet, even though it's probably not the best hand that he had. Looks to be a regular, this one. This looks to be a fish, because he bought in for not 100 big blinds. Okay, this guy's absolutely crazy. The reason why I'm sitting at this table as well. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here. I already have four good tables here. Actually, this table is probably not so great actually. This guy doesn't seem to be very loose, so. Ace 10 8, I think is a call. Even with a 10 high suit against the early position. On the flop, I think this is a good spot for check folds. For the rest, no really interaction with the board. We have a 3-4. Yeah, I think it's good enough for a c-bet actually. Even though our spade is pretty low. Getting the main click here. Here, good spot for a bet. Just gonna bet it, I believe. Let's see, yeah, that seems fine. We have the blocker here, which is pretty nice. Let's go for there actually. Okay, I'll make a note. Min click and it's fine, I guess. Folding here, folding here. My general game plan is to play as close to GTO as possible, because I don't really know what I'm doing, so I just want to get a decent baseline and try to play that first and then go from there, do some adjustments. Obviously I will adjust to the player types if I can. This guy seems to be a nit more than a fish. I'm gonna open this kings here in the cutoff. The guy seems to be pretty tight here. This guy seems to be more of a nittier player. This is too loose for sure. I think I'm gonna look for some more for one more table. And put it over here actually. See if we can find one more decent table. Go away from this one. don't seem to find any decent ones here. Maybe this one is decent, I guess. Two kind of fishy players, yeah. This one might be good. Oh, it's gonna open. Here I would check back without any interaction in the board. Flop is not great for my range. Just gonna check. If the checks for the second time, I'm still gonna check. I want something like a heart or a 10 or something like this to start bluffing this. If you check the third time, probably throw in a bet. 9 is pretty good for my range actually, so. Okay. This looks to be a fishier player, so I'll stay here for see how it develops. Okay, looks like we found a decent table. And I think 8833, I think that's a fold. There we go. Needs to be at least a little bit connected, like 8844 I think is already an open, single suited. And I'm just gonna go away here. Okay. Let's fold here. I think I'm gonna go away here as well because the Superfish lost his stack. Give him the hello. You know what? I'll wait. He probably is gonna win this hand, so maybe he's gonna build up a stack. Standard 3-bet here, top left. Seems to be very loose actually, this guy. I think this is a ranged C-bet here. I think sizing was, I think half pots or pot. Half pot or 3/4, I guess. Here, think standard would be to continue betting here. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. I don't know what he could have here, to be honest, but we'll find out. I'm just gonna fold there. I open under the gun. I would probably check most of my range there. Here we're just gonna get this in against the Superfish here. Close spot. Fold here. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna run this one. Call here the kings. Probably fold here. I could go either way now with the 10-9. I was gonna go for a bet, I think. Sounds around half pot. Sounds good. He c-bets. No reason to raise here. I'm just gonna call. Okay. He checks it. Could go either way with a bet or check. I think if he has ace-6, ace-10, it's hard for him to call here. So I guess, yeah, then again, there's a flush draw out there, so I don't mind the bet actually. It's gonna go for a half pot here, I guess. Yeah, okay. And definitely not betting the river if he checks. If he shoves, I probably just fold, to be honest. If he does this, this is this is an interesting spot actually. Could he ever do this with two pair to block bets? Or like a weaker straight? Let's see what my notes is. Okay, so kind of tricky player. I think we can still probably call. It's close. Yeah. Alright, let's go for a call, but not happy about it. Okay, yeah, we did have the flush there. Yeah. Very close spot, I would say. Maybe it's an easy fold, but I think he played that pretty well. Here, I guess I'm gonna go fold. Make this guy a weaker player, but not like a super fish. Doesn't play every hand, so this guy's probably a weaker player. The stack size, and he doesn't open to 3.5. Now I'm gonna sit out here actually, this table. King 7-5, I think this is alright to open on a weaker table. King Jack, pretty close between 3-bet and a call. I think call's a little bit better with the trip suits. Range check here, I would say, on the paired board. And he bets, and I'm just gonna call. I guess one player with a queen here. Spew both flops, so I think I'm cool with just check folding, I guess. Okay. Oh, now I probably have a bit too strong of a hand to check fold here. I think checking is fine. We have a showdown value hand. We don't want to get raised if we dunk. I think here 4, 5, and we don't have the straight. Here we're just gonna call obviously. And then here I think checking is still correct. No, yeah. I think we don't need to bet it. Checking here, we have good showdown value again. He bets it. I think we can let this one go for sure. Wouldn't hate a call either. There's some stuff out there you can bluff for sure. Okay. Let's see here. This guy's pretty nitty. I think calling is best. Let's go for a call here. Hitting the 2-pair, we break a lot of their range. I think I'm just gonna go for a bet now. We have an incentive to win the pot right now. We don't hate more action in the pot. We block like some combo draws with the king of clubs there. Here, a lot of our hands get counterfeited, so I think this time is to check. Could easily have aces here. I'm still gonna continue here because in this situation we do have a little bit more strength with the kings, I think. On the other hand, he does make it so big. It's kind of close actually. Actually, I don't mind folding this either, even if we're up against a draw of some sorts. We're not doing super well. Here we block everything. We should go ahead and check, even this guy's pretty passive. I think I like a bet here now. He's pretty passive, so I was gonna go for the bet. Here, I don't mind checking this back. Don't have the greatest draw. Now he bets it. I mean, we do have a 6 here, but I don't know if that's good enough here. 6 with a weak flush draw. I'm just gonna let this one go as well against a weaker player. Checking here, folding here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and raise this one. Let's see, we got the gut shot, back door, and a weak flush draw. Kinda close, but a flush was kinda shitty, so I do like a check back multi-way. So we have a weaker player here, the cheat sheet. That's the pot, interesting calls. Don't hate a raise actually, we got so much equity here. I'm just gonna wrap it, so I'm just gonna wrap a sick hand and raise. Here I do like a bet here actually. I do like a bet here as well. As a bluff, obviously. Fortunately, ships it. He's got top set. Yeah, well, that's of course. Interesting. Now I think here do we have another value bet that is there's one, two, three, some other draws out there. I think. We block all the value hands, so okay. Here we're just gonna fold, and call also fold. I think here this is a very easy fold. Let's see what happened on the other hand. Was this table? Oh, he won the boat. Okay, fair enough. As you can see, I think we still had like, even though he also had a flush draw to go with it, we still had like 40% equity. So I don't hate that. Yeah, we still have 42. That's crazy. Ace on 9-6. I think there is a call here, just about. Hitting top pair with hitting a straight. I think you can go with the bet usually. Yeah, I don't mind going with a bet this time. I would go mostly bet on this kind of board. Here I think we can open this one with the weaker player here. I think now that he calls, I think we should squeeze with any aces here. Otherwise we could definitely call as well. Okay. And this is a good board, of course, for us. I think we're just gonna range bet this one for 1/3 and see what happens. Here we got one player. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and bet it here. And getting the fold, luckily. I think if people raise on this board, you kind of have to defend some aces, but also fold some, I guess. Kind of mixing it up. Unless you have a read or something. Top pair with a gut shot here. Don't have much reason to bet, because we could easily still be ahead a lot of the time. Don't hate call against this, because we have the gut shot. Without a gut shot, I think could easily go ahead and fold. Top bet, SPR 4. We have these 8-6. We have the 8 here too. I think with all this, I think I can bet it and check it down here. You have the kings. Okay, I see. Here, this card I don't like betting on as a bluff. Checking is fine. Hitting the straight on the river. Facing a pot size bet. Okay. Well, let's not let this one go. Pot size bet pretty quickly. I think they just used to have a flush here from the weaker player. Okay. Make them tables a little bit bigger so you can see better. Very tight player here. Mostly checking on this board, but doing a bit of betting here. With the ace, we have less incentive to bet because we have better runouts. So I think that's more of a reason to check. If we didn't have an ace, if we have just a king with no ace, I think betting becomes more normal, I guess. Now the question is, do we ever want to bet it just to like just to deny some equity? I think that's usually not a good reason to bet, so I won't do it here. Here also I think you can bet this sometimes, but not a lot. And then here we check, easy check I would say on the river. Here could bet or check. I'm just gonna go for a bet this time. See what goes. Should have made it better. Maybe no, that's a fine bet size actually. Oh, I didn't see the other guy. Whoops, my bad. That's my bad. Okay. Yeah. Oh, well, that's pretty nice. That worked out pretty well, to be honest. I think this is just a bit too good to not bet, right? This guy seems to be super passive. I think if we bet just half pots, we can get so many folds here. We block the 6, we block a lot of 2 pairs. We have a gut shot. We want fold equity here. We want somebody fold a queen, ace queen or something like this. He's gonna have a tough spot if he has even a king. Yeah, that's just a bit too good of a spot to bet. Do not do it. Here, I think this is what happened actually here. Did I open? Yeah, probably opened and check. Always. Good spot to bet. Are we gonna bet range here? I think not range, but most of the time we're gonna bet if we need a full equity. To be honest, I don't even know. We don't know if we have any better or a worse sense that's gonna fold out. I think this is just a give up, to be honest, or maybe even a check call. I think what can we realistically have here? I'm gonna set the 10 here. So okay, he 4-bet me. I'm just gonna get this in pretty easy. He cold called the big blind, probably a little bit wider than normal because the fish in the blind. Now he's having a tough spot. Maybe with a rundown. Yeah, he should probably go with a rundown. Yeah, I do agree with that. If he has it, I'm not sure, but we'll see. Oh, what the hell? Oh, what the fuck is this? Definitely not that. That's kind of wild, actually. Okay. Get it in with ace 8, 6, 5, 4 bets. Get it in with ace 6, okay. We get lucky there. Holy shit. What the fuck was that? Chip hits. And the running hearts. So a little bit to lose. A little bit to lose here as well. 4-bet getting nice. Button versus SP and BB cold calls. And then here, I don't know how good that is. Cold call. Check 4-4. SP 3-bet. Oh, save that hand and just have a look. I'm curious about that, actually. I think this is a call, by the way. With the 4 deuce 5. Okay. Okay, so there we go. And then here, I think we just want to bet this. And bet it smaller, I guess. Guess maybe. Is this a 3 bet? I think calling's a bit better. And this is an interesting hand. Don't think this is good enough to go broke with just the pocket 8s here. Checks it back. Yeah, I'm just not sure. I think this hand is fine to go to showdown with. This guy seems to be pretty nitty, to be honest. I think I don't have enough sample size, so I'll just call it, but not super happy about it already. I guess the weaker player is gonna check back, fold here, he pots it. I think we're just gonna get this in here. And checking here, I think is fine. We got small equity advantage, wants to run it twice, fine. Oh, this could, no, this is fold actually. Okay, that's good. We're gonna go for value here. Okay, we split it, that's fine. Okay, not bad. It's gonna raise it here. Hopefully this guy is a maniac in my tagging color, so maybe he will 3-bet us for lucky. We'll see. He's folding today. Let's see. I don't see a reason to. Oh, this guy folded. I think since he is a regular, I think we can range bet it here. Yes, 1/3. I think that's fine. He raises. I think that's an easy fold. He snap raised it too, so I'm happy folding. So yeah. I saw about here. We have a little bit less fold equity, but he can just ship it with a pocket pair or an naked 8/7. So I'm gonna just check it here. If they check, I'm still gonna check, I believe. And that's a very bad river. So let's see, what do we have here? I'm gonna open ender, the 2 open enders. Okay, I think I'm gonna go for the check. Okay, we made the world here. I think I'm just gonna bet out here for 2/3, I guess. We'll see what happens. Yeah, it seems fine. I don't know how else to play this. I think on the river, I'm just gonna go do a bit of merging bets. And we'll see what happens. I think checking is kind of bad. No reason to slow down, I guess. Okay. Okay, just calls it. And he's got the 2 pair. Yeah, seems fine. Seems absolutely fine. I don't want to ISO this or call. I think calling is fine, to be honest. Calling here is fine, and we can open this pretty wide. So we're overfolding a little bit. Here we flop everything. I think I'm just gonna prioritize the play against the fish, so I want to go for some value here. So I'm just gonna bet here. I called. I think check call we can do here probably. I called by this dude. So he's wrapping like draw some sorts, maybe a weak 2 pair. I think I'm just gonna bet this one, to be honest. I don't really know how else to play here. Do I want to bet it here? Yeah, sure. I think this is a decent spot to do it, but this hand I'm not so sure what the right play is. Okay. Calls it. Do I want to continue betting this? I think his hands is got to be either a flush or something like straight already. So yeah, I don't really see a reason because he has all these players behind. You know, he's gonna have a pretty gnarly hand there. So I'm just gonna check folds. Here, because this guy's so nitty, I just have to put in the money myself, unfortunately. So I do want to bet it. Hands a little bit vulnerable as well. Unblocks the king and the 10, so that's another reason to bet. So yeah. Okay. Everybody calls. No reason to check it at all, I don't think. Probably up against some sets, some stuff like this. I think something like this should be fine. 66. Maybe it's a little bit big, but on the other hand, I think that's still good. Maybe somebody had, yeah. It's pretty obvious that I have a good hand, but what can we do, right? We're still gonna be put in a decent but tough spot if they have some combo draw or to pair with a flush draw or something like that. So we'll see. And now easiest fold in the world. Here we go. And easiest check back in the world as well, unless you want to turn this into a bluff, which I don't want to do that. And we're up against double sets. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I think that's fine. Here, probably need to be double suited to do anything here. So I'm just gonna fold. Okay, this guy seems pretty weak. Oh, I see it's already been 45 minutes of me rambling. So I think I'm gonna cut it here. Thanks for your attention and have a good one.